Hello, let's do Wordle for Saturday, October 18th. Okay, let's see what Super Saturday starting word we're getting today. We get, is that bust? 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 Okay. Is this how you spell bust? Like I was bust to work? I was bust to school? For some reason I thought that had two S's. Bust. Because this looks like bused. But bused isn't a word I've actually heard of. Oh, let's see if it gets us anything. Also, it's an ED word. They generally don't do ED words, so I'm surprised that's in the answer list. Okay, we get an E. Ooh, I don't want to see an E there. I don't want to see an E there. We just want to go into the ER trap. You go later. Okay, it's not an ER word. Thankfully. Alright, then what's coming after the E? Is it a Y? Pacey? Let's try pacey. That's not a Y word. Waken? Alright, it's an N. Uh-oh, we're already down to our fifth guess here. Alright, I'm seeing haven. Like a safe place is a haven. That's one option. What else do we have? Do we have anything that goes Z-E-N? Not that I can see. X-E-N. Not that I can see. F-E-N. Don't see it. M-E-N, like ramen, but we don't have an R. Is haven the only option? Anything that starts with a J? I don't want to skip over that. I mean, when I'm looking at the keyboard, my eyes just glaze over J most of the time because it's so rare. Is there anything else that goes V-E-N besides haven? Maven. Faven. Gaven. Javen. I don't see it. Anything that has another N in it. N-A... Naven. Nathan. Naaman. Nazen. Naxon. I don't see that either. Is there anything that possibly goes N-E-N at the end? Manon? Is it just Haven? Alright, it is just Haven. Hashtag no blues. Alright. That was an interesting game. I was a little worried there for a second. Alright, let's check the bot. Okay, liked my game. I was a little unlucky. One step above average. Or below average, depending on how you look at it. Alright. Bust, it kind of liked. 46 luck, 231 words left. Slate would have left 140 words left. I do like looking at the hard mode solve better. I think it's more interesting. So maybe I'll switch back to hard mode. Because it just goes with a filler word on the second guess. And that's part of the reason why I don't like it. Like, it'll just go tonal. Well, would Slate have gotten any letters? It was Haven. So it would have had an A and an E. And then, yeah, it would have left out the E on tonal. Anyway, later just left 9 words. Tonal would have left 7. Yeah, I feel like the hard mode solves are more interesting to look at on the bot, even though I don't like playing that way. Pacey, it did not like all that much. That's interesting. I didn't really put a ton of thought into that one. I was just like, oh, maybe a Y comes after the E, and that was the first thing that popped into my head. It left 5 words left. What were the 9 words after the last guess? The 9 words were Haven, Maven. Okay, Maven is a word. I didn't think of that. Waxen. Ooh, I didn't think of that one either. So there were more options. I didn't think of Oaken either. Waken. Cameo. KG, Gamey, Payee. Alright, so there was... I went Waken. They would have gone with Whisk. Okay, so I won a 50-50 there at the end because of Maven. Wait up, what was the one I was concerned about down here? Waxen. Why wasn't Waxen still an option? Oh, because I did a W word, that's why. Duh. Alright, so Waken eliminated Waxen, which I hadn't thought of at all, so I kind of got a little lucky there. 95 skill on this word. Although it says I wasn't lucky, but I consider it a little lucky because it eliminated a word I hadn't even thought of. So that's how, one of the things the bot doesn't take into account. It never could. I mean, it doesn't know what you're thinking. It would have gone with whisk. Again, that is not a hard mode word. So I had 2 words left. Whisk would have just left the 1. Which was just Haven. All right. The bot would have gotten 4 steps. Slate's Ramen, Waken Haven. Interesting that its 4 steps on its own is basically a hard mode solve. Like, there's no filler words in here. This is a legit hard mode solve. But it has blues, so how about that? Suck it, bot. All right, so many people are losing. Almost 2.5%. I mean, that's a little higher than normal. I mean, there are a lot of EN words, so I can see why people would lose. Haven, Maven, Waxen, Paven, Waken, Raven, Bacon. Bacon? Like there's bake-on, the food, with an O, and there's baking, ing, but bacon? With an EN? Alright. Navel, Davin, Wavy, Eaton, Happy, Hazel, Zazen. Imagine losing on Zazen. Wow. Alright, well that one had me a little worried there for a second, but we got through it. And I wasn't really at risk of losing, although I didn't know that at the time. It felt like I could lose. Alright, well, if you're enjoying the videos, please leave a like, subscribe, or follow, and let me know how you did today.